This is doomed.
Hi. We're here to talk about our birth story. So I think that we should start with the fact that when I was 38 weeks pregnant, on my stories, I was talking about how Bebe and I had a pact that he would come into this world at 38 weeks. And I was like, he's breaking his pact, blah, blah. And then we also went on stories and we're like,
we were taking a walk.
We were taking a walk and Jono made me the spiciest soup ever. And I was like on the exercise ball all day. I was doing like all the things to try and make labor happen. And I had said, well, we have a date to be induced. And then Jono was like, yeah, in 2 days, which happened.
Yeah.
It happened.
Happened. He was born in 2 days.
Because that night I went into labor and I was in labor for 31 hours. So at about 2 a.m. on, was that Monday?
The 15th? Yeah.
Or Tuesday? No.
Tuesday. 15th.
Yeah, so like going into Tuesday. I thought I had to go to the bathroom. So I kept like rushing to the bathroom. I was like, oh my gosh, these cramps are really bad.
How like descriptive are you gonna get?
Okay. I'll reel it in.
Okay.
I started having contractions at 2 a.m. and I was trying not to wake Jono up because I was like, if these are like Braxton Hicks or if I'm actually not in labor,
you were gonna be in trouble.
I was gonna be in trouble.
Yeah.
Do not wake Jono up. Don't.
It's a rule of the house.
Don't do it. And like he would have to go to work, so then I'd feel really bad if he was tired and it was all false labor. But so I was like following the contractions. They weren't getting further apart. They were getting closer, I would say.
Yeah, but you really didn't follow your own advice because I woke up to you bent over moaning in bed at about like 2 a.m.
I thought we weren't going to give full descriptions.
Well, no. That needed to be said.
I did wake him up. I did. You have no idea. So I was trying like any type of way to try and get the pain to be less. So yeah, I was in the cat-cow pose.
Yes, you were.
Yeah,
I was concerned.
So anyway, this went on till 9 a.m. And at that point, I had a doctor's appointment because whatever. And I went in. The contractions were getting worse, like a lot more intense. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm about to have this baby because it can't get worse. This pain can't get worse. So she checks me and she's like, I'm so sorry. You're 0.5 centimeter dilated. This is false labor. So I immediately start crying because I'm like, I physically did not feel like I could endure any more of this pain. So I got in the car. Jono drove me there.
Yep.
And I'm crying. She tells me to take Tylenol PM and like just go home and it'll be fine. Try and get some sleep. And so I did that. The contractions were getting worse, but I was so tired from the Tylenol PM. I was like falling asleep for 5 minutes in between the contractions. And then like waking back up and like turning into a wild animal. Do you agree?
Yeah, no, I was concerned at 2 a.m. and I was actually scared for my life when we got home from the doctor. Actually, you were gonna kill me or someone.
The entire time I was in labor, I left you alone.
You were transforming in front of me. Okay.
Yes.
I just want this to be a story about all the great things that I did during labor. So I want to highlight
left
some of
me
these.
alone.
Wait, what?
We have, okay, listen, we're 5 minutes in, we have 10 minutes.
Okay,
so,
let's go.
Let's not ramble.
Okay. We got home, you were transforming into a demon in front of us, in front of me and Darla.
And eventually I came downstairs and I was like, I can't handle this anymore. We have to go in. They're going to have to drug me or else I won't leave.
So we went in to the hospital.
And at this point, the guy at the desk, so I was going to surprise Jono when Atlas was born and let him know that I changed my last name to Pappas because when we got married, I kept my last name. So it was going to be like a surprise. So when we get in there, he's like, your name? And he's like, Morgan Wender. And I'm like, Pappas! John's like, no, Wender. I'm like, it's Pappas! I would say that's how it went.
Yeah, that's how it went.
Like screaming. They wheeled me in. They checked me. It was 2 centimeters?
3 centimeters.
3 centimeters. So they checked me in, and I got the epidural right away. I was having a contraction during my epidural, which was awful.
And then
not
you were
ashamed.
like 7 centimeters dilated, like really fast.
Yeah, so false labor, my ass. I knew it wasn't. Yeah, so I went from 3 to 7 within like an hour.
Yeah, a couple
Or
hours,
2.
and then you just stayed at 7 for
Forever.
like 24
For like a day.
hours.
For the entire day. But I was pretty sick from the epidural.
Yeah.
Because I'm not good
And
with
we had
drugs.
to wear those masks.
And we had to wear a mask, yeah. So, I think that was just giving me a headache too, and I was just, so I kind of just left you alone. I wasn't talking to you, you didn't have to do anything.
No, I was hanging out,
living your
ordering
best
room
life,
service.
ordering room service.
A couple times, actually. I was eating pretty healthy at the hospital.
I did feel bad for you though.
Yeah, a lot of waiting.
A lot of waiting, and no one to talk to, because I wouldn't
No.
They had to give me insulin shots because I couldn't eat because I was on the epidural. I wasn't hungry anyway. But yeah, so they'd keep giving me insulin because I had the gestational diabetes. And then, at this point, it's Wednesday at 9 a.m. No. 6 a.m. And
You started pushing.
I started pushing.
That's when it officially started.
And it took me 3 hours of pushing.
Yep, and he was born at like 9:15.
To the world.
It came out.
And
He had a cone head.
Jono didn't realize that, like, babies have a little bit of cone heads when they come out. So he was like, he goes to the nurse. Wait, what did you say?
What's up with my son's head?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's normal. It will go away.
But it was so cute because he was crying and. Well, the plan, I didn't have a birth plan. My only birth plan was when he was born, I wanted him immediately on me because it helps with like the blood sugar or something. It's like good for you to do if you have gestational diabetes. But I was so sick and nauseous. Like immediately after he came out, they put me on anti-nausea meds. Like quite a big dose. So I was like out of it. I was like holding him, but like not really even like, I don't know. I wasn't with it. And then they had to take him away right away because he was in distress, right? Yeah. Or something like that.
He was stuck in your vaginal canal.
Jono!
It's true. That's where we all know where babies come from.
He was stuck. So there was a little bit of that. Yeah. So I didn't really get to hold him. There was like not a lot of skin on skin or whatever. But the cutest thing, Jono, he was crying. The nurse was doing whatever, and Jono, what did you do?
It was like stroking his cheek like that.
And he stopped crying. He like looked up at Jono. It was so cute. What, are you just leaving me?
No,
you
just standing.
me? Yeah, I mean, that's it.
No, it's just gonna end it like that.
Well, I don't, like, what else there to say? Well, okay, we had to stay at the hospital for 2 days.
Magical.
I had to be monitored, and Atlas had to be monitored, so they had to prick his foot every 2 or 4 hours. I can't remember. It was the worst because he would cry bloody murder. It was just bad. I didn't sleep for like 72 hours. They had to drug me for that, which was the beginning of my postpartum depression. Apparently, that's like a symptom, insomnia. That's what the nurse told me.
But 5 months later,
he's here and he's alive.
There he is.
So cute. And Atlas Nord was born. John is going. Okay. Bye, guys.